we are going into the sea, under the sea, in to swim with the fishies today. I don't know where this accent came from, but we are going with it because I just talked to myself for half an hour without a microphone on. Anyways, if you're new here, my name is Natalie and this is the Boardgaymergirl channel where I talk about all things board games but from a primarily solo perspective. So for today, for the second time, I am going to play a playthrough of Finspan, which is the third game in the Spanverse from Stonemaier Games. They sent me this copy for review, so thank you very much. And it is the last of the trilogy. So first there was Wingspan, which was all about birds. Then there was Wormspan, which is about a fantasy world of dragons. And this one is about fishies. So instead of rows, we are deep diving into columns of a board. As we play, I will let you know more about the game, but we'll kind of just try to dive into the game and try to beat the Natoma, which I am playing on level 3, which is the first time that I'm playing on level 3. So you might just see my defeat. I mean, again, I did play about half an hour talking to myself in this basement, which is very cold, and no one will ever hear it, but I digress. Tea break. I have sleepy dream tea too, so that's great. Anyways, let's head down to the table. So if you're familiar with any of the Spanverse games and Stonemaier games, in the solo mode, you'll be playing against a automa, but in this one is cleverly called the Natoma, which is typically against a deck of cards. They'll still have their sets of workers, but they have a different way of scoring, and we aren't necessarily competing for each of the achievements in the week. They will be getting points for the achievements during the week, but only at level 5 do we start to compete for extra points. But the achievements that we have for this game are 2 points for every set of 3 eggs. In week 2, we have 1 point for every egg or baby fishy. For week 3, we have 2 points for every medium fish that we've played into our area. And week 4 is always the same, where all the cards that you've played that have a yellow backing and a game end ability will be triggered, and then we'll go into final scoring, which they have a different way of final scoring, where they will score for their tokens and they will score for cards collected, not based on the points of the actual cards, but based on the difficulty that you'll be playing at. So there are also some extra things that the Natoma does if we play any cards that have all player abilities, which when that comes up, I will let you know. And then for us, I have already pre-set up our little area. So we also get our 6 workers. The first player marker isn't really used in the solo mode, but I'm just using it to place my workers on for this playthrough. I was gonna say tutorial. Don't. No. There are probably better how to plays out there than this one. But we have 2 starter cards, which you can tell they're starter cards because their backs are lighter than the regular cards, or they have this little gray thing on either side of the card that signifies that they're starter cards. So each player in general would get 2 starter cards, and then we have 3 regular fish that we got from the this card tray, the deck. And we have the bonefish, the mandarin fish, which looks like a piñata party, the great white shark, which I'm wearing a Jaws sweater, so seems appropriate that I have this one. Blue streak cleaner Warasi, all right, and the white suckerfish, which looks like it got decapitated. So there's that. Anyways, The Natama starts with a fishy and 2 eggs, and like us, we have our eggs on the board and the fishy on pre-painted areas. We also start with some pre-painted fish in different columns on our player board. Again, as we go through the game, I'll explain the different columns or different cards as they apply, but all of our resources are on the board, and all of our cards in solo or multiplayer are face up. Well, solo, I mean, you could do whatever you want, but I mean, there's no reason to hide them from you. But yeah, all the cards are face up so everyone can see your hand. And then each player, so in this game by myself, I will have my own discard pile because some actions let you take cards from your own discard pile and bring them back to your hand. So, without further ado, let's play Finspan. So, on your turn, you will take a worker, and I chose these pink workers. I don't know why I keep going into accents, but let's go with it. So, I will take my pink worker, and I think, okay, so we want eggs on fishies this turn. So I think, and we have a medium fish. This will cost us a fish, but we will get more eggs from it. So, I mean, this will cost us an egg. So the anatomy of a card is that on the upper left-hand side of the card is the cost. So in this case, it's 1 egg. And then it shows you the area that this fish can be played into. So you have the morning time, the twilight time, and the midnight. Midnight, the Taylor Swift song. Anyways, it will also tell you the points. Anything that's got this little wave symbol is for points. So this is also 4 points, but the symbol shows you points. Anyways, and then the bottom will tell you the fin length. I think it's fin length. So is it the fin length or is it just the entire fish? Because 100 centimeters, it's got to be the entire fish. Anyways, this one is 100 centimeters, and the different types of symbols, so the way that the fish tail is drawn will say if it's a small or a medium or a large. So this one is a medium one. Then on the right-hand side, it'll tell you if there's anything that activates. So anything that you would gain from playing this fish, anything where if a diver goes in onto that fish or discovers that fish while going down one of the columns, will activate something, or something when played, I believe, is the other things. So anyways, with all of that said, this little bonefish will be going into, I think, let's put it in here, and this little baby fish can go onto the fish. There can be however many fishies on a fish, but only 1 egg on a fish at a time. So, sorry, this little worker diver is used to signify that we've taken an action. The action is that we've played a card. We have to sacrifice an egg in order to do that, so we'll just take that off the board. And then nothing else happens until we've actually gone down this column to activate any fishies which have activation. So that is our first turn. And it is time for our Atoma turn. So, oh, whoops, we didn't do that yet. So in every round, you'll shuffle up the Natoma card, which consists of 7 different cards. You'll take one and you'll put it away, and then you will, let's move this over here, I think. And we will determine their first player thing. All right, so in this upper dotted area, they will take a worker and move it onto that week's achievement. And then this symbol just means that they will grab a card from the box. Ooh, a pygmy seahorse. Look at that. Ooh, Hippocampus bargibanti. I think that's the scientific name for it. But anyways, the only thing that happens for us in the Natoma turn, if they draw a card, is if the card has an all-player action, because then we are able to actually take that action. But for now, they just start to accrue a pile of cards that, depending on the difficulty, will be worth a set amount of victory cards, a set amount of victory points per card in their collected area. So that is their first turn. We are well away. All right, so let's take our pink diver. And what shall we do? I like this mandarin fish. That will get us things. This costs 2 eggs, which sucks. And I don't want it in that area. I kind of want this here, but the great white shark. So this is a symbol for a predator. And a lot of predator cards cost a consumed fish. So that symbol is this symbol here. And it has different optional actions that occur depending on how it's played. So here, the great white fish, it's on the upper left-hand side, which means it's a cost. So you need to play this card on top of a smaller fish. And you figure out if it's a smaller fish by the centimeter length on here. But then you would have to put it on top of that fish. Any fish underneath a fish on the board at the end of the game is still worth 1 point. But, I mean, then you're sacrificing a fish for a fish, right? It would be good, but I think it's too early to play that. So I think we'll just play a mandarin fish, and we're going to get an egg for this. I think, it can only be played in the sunshine area. So let's just put it over here. So we sacrifice a card. So when we sacrifice a card, it goes into our discard for this playthrough. Any cards that are going to be in my discard are just going to be turned 90 degrees to signify that they are discarded. And sorry, when played, I keep holding on to my workers instead of like placing them down. I don't know. They're like my support blanket while playing Finspan, except just a tiny worker. So when played, we get 3 cards. And let's see what we've got. We've got a mid-water scorpion fish. You look scary. We've got a Mediterranean parrotfish. Polywater cracker. Mediterranean damselfish. Damsel in distress. Yep, we won't do this the whole time, or I'll try not to. Okay. And then we get an egg. So let's put an egg on the fish it is itself. Because right now, we only have 1, 2, 3 areas to put another egg. And if we go down here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's okay. Okay, so now it is the Natoma turn, and they will take a worker and place it on that week's achievement. And now we get to do some of their actions. So the first action would be if they have little babies. If they have 3 little baby fish, they turn into a school. So you trade in the 3 fish for a school, but they do not. And then they can hatch up to 4 eggs in their area. So they only have 2, but both of these will hatch into a little baby fishy, which it's very nice to just flip the coins, but they do have really special neat, I think it's Meeple Source does them, and they are little fishy tokens and little jelly balls for the eggs. Anyways, distraction. And then you get 2 eggs. And that is their turn. And that is a lot of, those are basically the 2 things that the Natoma will do during the game. So that is their second action. And now, what shall we do? If activated. Okay, so, oh, I want that to be there. No, that's not where I want that. if I go down here, 1, 2, 3 gets me at least 3, but I want to do 4, and I don't have anything I can do here. Actually, yes, I can. Okay, we are going to play the Midwater Scorpion. So we're going to use a worker, and then we have to sacrifice 3 cards into our discard. So let's do 1, 2, 3 for now, and hopefully we get them back. And this one we are allowed to play in the twilight area, so we are going to put this right here. And it has an activation bonus, but we don't need it right now because we haven't I don't know. I just had a little panic there. All right, so now it is Natima's turn. Holy cow. They're putting another worker on this week's achievement. So remember, we are not competing for the achievements in difficulty level 3. So at least we have that. They will get another card. So it does not have an all played symbol. So it's just going to their area. Mariana Snailfish. My goodness, you have a look. Anyways, okay, sorry. That is the end of their turn. So now it is our turn. And I think let's go diving. So how you do the diving action is you put your worker on top of the column you'd like to dive down. If there is a fish in that area, so the areas are the morning area, the twilight area, and the midnight area. So here we do have a fish, so we will get 1 egg, and you can place the egg anywhere. I'll just put it over here on this pre-printed fish. And then as we go down, if there are any fish that have an activation ability on them, then we get to take that ability. So over here it says, if activated, all players get an egg. So I will give this fish an egg because we can't have 1 egg on each fish. But since there's an all players ability, that means that the Natima will also get an egg on our turn, which is a poo-poo. Anyways, we now go into the twilight area. We have a fish here. The pre-printed fish still work as having that area filled. So we get an egg, and we'll put it on this one. And then we'll go down 1 more. We have a fish in this area. So we will get a egg on this one. Over here, the if activated situation going on in this card is that we can move a school or some fish either diagonally or horizontally, all in the same column or row. Right now, since we only have 1, it's not beneficial to us, but this is kind of one way that we'd be able to bring 3 little fishies together and then trade it in for a school, which at the end of the game are worth more points. So a baby fish would be worth 1 point at the end of the game, but a school of fish would be worth 6. So you're pretty much doubling the points that you'd get from little baby fishies. Now that we're at the bottom, unfortunately, I did not calculate well for this, but if you're the first diver at the bottom of that column, then you get an extra bonus. So this one would be that we get an extra egg, but since we don't have a fish to lay it on, it's pretty much to waste. So that is poo-poo. But we do have 6 eggs, so we have 4 points so far at the end of the round. So let's go to their next turn, and they sacrifice a worker. Come back, little buddy. Okay, so they will draw a card. They have a short spine African anglerfish. You look like I would after a hangover in my mid-20s. So they have a when played ability, so it's not an all played, so we don't get anything. And then it is our turn. I don't want to hatch anything because that would count for next round. So what shall I do with you? All right, so let's play this one anyways. So this one, some of the cards have a pattern on the right-hand side of the card that matches certain columns. So that just means that you can only play that fish in that column. So while you also have this determinant of which area they can go in, so they can be played in the morning area, but they can also only be played in the purple patterned column or whatever it's called. So let's play this one. I'll play this one. We'll sacrifice a little baby fish to make a Mediterranean damselfish. Please help me. The baby fish helped you. That's the end of that. Oh, sorry, didn't use the worker. So every time we take an action, we have to play a worker, and I bet you that's not gonna be the only time I forget that. All right, so the Natama, that card is upside down. So we get to take another worker off of that for them. And this round, they do have 3 fish. So these 3 fish will go back and they will collect 1 school. Up to 4 eggs will hatch. So they get 3 more baby fish. And then they will get 2 more eggs. And yep, that's basically a lot of what they'll be doing. So they're really easy to run Natama, to be honest. I feel like it's one of the easier ones of the Spanverse ones. Not that they're difficult, but anyways. My last action for the round. So, maybe let's just get some cards. So because we have nothing here. So if there's a fish in that area, then we get to take a card. So there is. We will take 1. Oh, yellowtail snapper. That's what they look like. They're so pretty. Anyways, so we'll go down. This fish does not have a when activated. Unfortunately, we have no fish in the Twilight Zone. And then this fish will get us another card to draw. We have a stonefish. Oh, that face looks heavy. It looks like rocks, but I guess that's why it's called a stonefish. And then we go down to the bottom, and on this column, our bonus for getting to the bottom is we get to take a card from our discard and place it back in our hands. So this symbol or icon will typically let us play with our discard pile. So what fish should we like to get this round? I don't think I want to eat anybody right now. Do you want to sacrifice? If activated, you get to. Okay, so this fish is one where if it's activated, we get to take any sized fish from our hand and it gets eaten, so it gets tucked under the card. So it's kind of similar to the Wingspan tucking, like placement of cards. I think... Do we have medium fish? This Mediterranean is a medium one, and it hatches. So I think we'll take this one. All right. And that's the end of our round, but the Natama has 1 more turn. So no workers are activated, no fish turn into anything. These eggs turn into baby fish, and they get 2 more eggs. Okay, so that is our first week of Wingspan, and we are going to score. So I usually do this on the BGA Stats app, but for you guys, I shall utilize the pad that was provided, which is very nice. Do they have a backside for... There was one where I think they had like a special Atoma score pad and then a regular player's score pad. But anyways, Not is Natoma and Nat is I, so Not or Nat. So week 1 achievement for the Natoma, we will look at what the achievement is and have the card flipped over to its difficulty. So on this side, this is their 2 and 3 difficulty. For 3 difficulty, it'll play more into what the points are for their cards at the end of the game. But for this one, we just find the icon. So every 3 eggs. So for them, they start with a base of 0, but they have one on there, so I'll give them 2 points to say that they have one set. And then for us, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. So, oh my God, mathematics. We have 6. So we have 2 sets. So 2 sets times 2 is 4. Freaking weirdo. Can't do math. And anyways, that is it. We go to the next round. They get their workers back. We get our workers back. And everything is glorious again. So they have their deck, and again, you shuffle it up, and then you will take 1 card out of the deck. Boop-a-doop-boo. I feel very loud, actually. I'm also very cold, so more tea, please. All right, so this week we are going for eggs and or young. So we better start building up this area for us. Again, we go first in every round and they follow. Should I? All right, we are going to play this Mediterranean parrotfish. So I'll put my diver over here. And it can only be played in, oh, no, I don't want to do that anymore. Why do they all suck? I need fish in these areas. So we're not doing that. I think maybe I'll get some more cards. Yep, okay. So we'll get a card because we have a fish there. Oh my goodness. Pain spotted moray. Oh, okay. It's like a eel. Anyways, you can only be played in the morning, so you suck. Here, we've got nothing. Here, let's get something. Oh my God, can something play in the morning? White spotted puffer. That looks scary. But I think these are one of the fishes that, like, if you go, get very big. And we'll take something from the discard. So let's take something that... so only these can be played here, but this at least can be played in Twilight. And then we've got a great white shark, which needs to eat something in order to be placed. So, like, it can be played in Twilight and the Midnight area, which is what I'd like over here. But in order for us to play it, it has to consume a fish, which means there has to already be a fish there for it to eat it. So that is going to take too much work right now. I think we will just take this white suckerfish. And that is our first turn. It's looking promising. Not really. Okay, so they will add a worker to the eggs and or young area. And they will pick another fish. So spookfish, a boo. Not a poo, a boo. Anyways, it does have an, okay. So finally they pick up a card that has an all players ability. So we get to do this ability if they have it in their area because of this. So would I like to lay an egg? Yes, I would like to lay an egg. All right. So now it is our turn. I think we can sacrifice some of these. When activated. Oh, you can only go on sunshine. I forgot. Okay. This one, we get more cards again. And at least we have eggs. I'd like to hatch some more. But let's sacrifice some eggs. So we'll put this here in the Twilight area. And we'll sacrifice 2 eggs. Who shall I steal the eggs from? You look scared. And you are colorful. So we'll do that. Sorry, I forgot. I keep holding on to the workers and not placing them. And then nothing happens until we dive into this area. So it is not my turn. They get another worker onto this area. and they will trade. So they do have 5 fish, but no matter how many baby fish they have, they will only trade a set of 3 into a school one time when you flip this card over. So they will get another school fish. I'm just going to stack these on top of each other because trust me, it gets crazy. The baby fish, so these 2 eggs will become baby fish. And then they will have 2 baby eggs. The baby. Should almost make a drinking game every time I say baby in this game because, whoa, you'd be wild. So, my turn. I do not know what I should do. I think we have to dive at least one more time. Yeah, because I can't even go. No, I can't. So let's dive. I'm going to take from this deck and maybe I'll get, yes, Twilight or Deep Fish, but only in this area. Scaleless Black Dragonfish. Hopefully you can still see some of these cards. I don't know if I've got an area that is big enough, but we shall see. So that was 1. Come down here, nothing activated. Here, we get to get another one. So here, oh my God, we only get this over here. Tropical 2-wing fish, flying fish. Wait, tropical 2-wing flying fish. There you go. I think it's the one from the box. No, it's similar to the one in the box, but anyways, it can only go in the morning. If activated, we get to take a card back. Let's just take this frickin' shark for now. No, we're gonna take the blue streak cleaner, Race, whatever. And then we'll go here. There is a fish, so we'll take another one. There is no hand limit, by the way, for your hand size. So red scorpion fish, you look ugly, but you can be played in Twilight. Oh, you can go here. All right, we're gonna play that fish whenever we can. And then it's to the bottom, but there's already a diver that's gone there, so we don't get a special bonus. But that is 3 actions so far. We are halfway through week 2. They take a worker back, and they will take a card. And it is a, oh, it's a clown anemone, anemoma, oh my God. Anemone fish? Whatever. It's Nemo. It does not have an all play ability, so we get nothing, but we got a little something with that stutter. And it's hiding in the little whatever it is. Okay, that's our turn. Now it is time for us to play a fish, and we are going to play, where is it? We're gonna play this red, oh, we can't. Okay, we're gonna do 2 things. We're gonna play this Mediterranean fish first. So we sacrifice 2 cards. Do I give a crap what it is? Not really. No, medium, 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 medium. Let's get rid of these 2 and an egg. And I know we have to play this in the morning area up here, but it will let us activate a hatching. So we still get 2 from that. I don't know if that covers the cards too much, but I need my tea. Anyways, so we played that, nothing happens, but we will go to the Natima turn, and they will take their worker back. They will create a school of fishes, and then they will get more babies, and then they will get 2 baby eggs. All right, so now I think we will, nope, we have to hatch a frickin' thing. Okay, let's just dive, let's get this done. There is a fish here, so we will hatch. So all that happens on our turn. Let's try to do these things close together. let's do it all in this column because when we are able to move fish, we can turn it into a school. So I will hatch this one. It will dive, and then it'll activate this one. So this will flippity flip, and then nothing happens here because we don't have a fish there. Nothing happens here because we don't have a fish here. And this is, again, the movement thing. So not every single area is the hatching of the eggs. This is just moving. We'll get to go down, and then this lets us move. So we can move however many fish up a column or across. So we'll take these 2 fish and put them on this one, so that when this hatches, it turns into a school, which we don't want to happen right now because it's only eggs and young fish that count for points this week. So that is our turn. It is time for the automa turn. Oh, little egg getting swallowed. Okay. Nothing happens here. Nothing happens here. The eggs will turn into fishies, and they will get 2 eggs. Okay, and it is our last turn. 1, 2. Should I just make eggs, I think, now? Instead of doing that fish? I think so. Okay, for our last action, we're going to dive for eggs. So this will get us an egg. Let's put an egg over here. Then we'll dive. If activated, we get an egg. Thank you, sirs and madams. This one has another activated. So if activated, put an egg. If you like it, put an egg on it. Whatever. It has an all players ability, so the Natoma also gets an egg. And then we get another egg. This is like the Oprah of eggs. You get an egg and you get an egg. We'll go back down here. You'll get an egg. Surprise. I'll put it over here. This says we could move baby fish or schools of fish, but we have everything where we want it, so whatever. And then we'll go over here and we will take the egg bonus for being the first diver down this column. So we will get 1 more egg, and let's put it on you, buddy. So that's not bad, actually. It is their last turn of the week, so they take a worker back. There is no worker there. They turn a set of 3 into a school of fishies. This is going to get wild at the end, but whatever. Their eggs all turn into baby fishies. And then they get 2 more eggs again. This is probably, yeah, a lot clearer for the camera with these components versus the extra special components, but the extra special components feel pretty. All right, so that is week 2. So now we are going to score for this one. So again, we try to find on the Automa cards what the thingy is. So it is this one. So eggs and or young, they have a base level of 3. They have no added workers, so they will get 3 points. And then for us, we get 1 point for each egg and fishy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we get 10 points. Trust me, it looks like we're going to do very well, but when they come to endgame scoring, they go wild. So, what are we doing now? Okay, week 3. We are doing medium fish, which I have completely forgotten about this whole time. Do we have any? We have 2 medium fish. So we need to do better. Let's take their cards and shuffle, oop, 1 more, and shuffle them up. And we take 1 card out. And boop-a-doo. There you go. There they go. We get our workers back over here. And we start the round. So we need medium fish. I want this one out anyways. So this is sacrifice a card. Ah, you're only 1 point, but you're a medium. They're all medium, except for this one. And they all can only play in the morning time. Let's... Are they all very expensive ones? Not really. They all need eggs, though. Do they have restrictions on columns? No. Ugh. I might have to sacrifice this one, I think. So we're sacrificing this card. We're sacrificing an egg. So let's take this egg off. And unfortunately, we have to sacrifice a baby fish. But let's put you in Twilight over here. All right. Oh, sorry. We need a worker for that. All right. It is their turn. They put a worker out and they get a card. They got a Maltese Ray. Maltese Ray. Maltese Ray. It sounds like Maltese. No, there's a dog. I don't know. Anyways, it has a when played ability, so nothing happens for us. And that is the end of their turn. It is our turn now. I'd like to hatch some crap. Should I hatch some crap or do I need to pay for things? Medium fish is what matters right now. So what is the order I'd like to do things? Okay, we are going to take this one, the yellow snapper, and we're going to sacrifice the white spotted puffer. I'll put my discard more over here so it's more visual. I don't know. So that is one card to play that. It's only 1 point, but again, I'm trying to play it for the medium fish situation. And then where would I prefer to put it? At game end, it has, we get to put an egg on, on each fish in the purple area. Ooh, I like that. On each fish? No way. Maybe I'll look that up. Let's put that over here, I think. Let's just make it clean. So that takes a worker, and it is the Noctoma turn. They will put another worker, and they will draw another card. And it's a when played ability, so nothing happens. It is a Chola guitarfish? Chola, cola? I don't know. That is a fish. It is our turn. Do I sacrifice more eggs again? Yes. Okay. Let's play this one. We will sacrifice 2 eggs and put this paint spotted moray. Which section? Do I care? I think I want to keep this for the middle area, so let's put this over here. And it has a when played ability, so we get to take 3 cards back. So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one. And where's that great white? Let's put that one out. We'll see if we play that, but anyways, oh, sorry, was supposed to play another worker, because that is our 3rd turn. And now it is not my turn. They take a worker back. 3 fishies become a school. This gets very repetitive, I know. These 2 eggs become fishies, and then they get 2 new eggs. All right, so second to last turn. Okay, we'll play the stonefish. Again, sadly, sacrificing an egg, so we'll sacrifice this egg and a card. So goodbye, great white shark again, and we'll put it up here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, is that what I want to do? I think so. Yeah. Okay. Nothing happens right now. Oh, another worker. I'm bad at this. I'm sorry. And now it is their turn. Nothing happens for the worker. No fish turn into schools, but their eggs hatch and they get 2 more eggs. Oh my goodness. What is the best thing to do? Oh, I don't have enough cards to do that anyways. All right. Should I? Oh. Oh, I played everything wrong, my life. Okay. No, maybe we can fix this. We are going to dive. So we're gonna hatch some babies. This one will hatch. We have a fish in this area. We'll go here. So if activated, you hatch. So let's hatch this one. And then we'll go here and we get another hatch. Okay, whatever. And then we are on this fish, which lets us move. So let's go over here because we only get to move, we can't move multiple fish. It's just fish in one direction. At least that's what I understand. So this will move these fishies and we can't move eggs. Only the fishies can move. So now that we have 3 on a fish, we can trade these in for a school of fish. I haven't really been doing well with the school of fish thing. We don't get anything here because we don't have any fishies there. And then we can move fishies into an area. So I think what we'll do is we'll just move this one across and so that we can set that up for another turn. All right. So, not my turn. They take a worker back and they draw a card and nothing happens for us. Striped marlin, you are pretty. It is our turn. What do I want to do here? Should I just... Oh, this will let us eat something. Oh, but no, I want to play that. No, I want to play that. Okay, we're going to play another card. We will sacrifice our last egg, which makes that whole move not even worth it. But nothing happens. It's an if activated, so that will happen if the Automa will get stuff if that happens. And then their last card, they don't remove a worker, but they do trade in 1 set. So see how they have 2 sets, but it only says 1 time. So we will trade those 3 in for a school of fish. Their eggs will turn into baby fish. And they will get 2 more eggs. And that is the end of week 3. It's getting speedier, I think. So 2 points for every medium fish. Let's see what they get to start with. So medium fish, they start with 0. So, okay, I'm okay with that. 0. So how many medium fish do we have? So they all have to have this fin symbol. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 2, we've got 14, which that is not bad. All right. So we are now going into the last round. There won't be any goals this round. At the end of this round, we'll just go through game end abilities, but we'll take our workers back. All right. And we shall start again. I think we need more cards. So let's start by diving down this area. So we have, obviously, so we'll get a card, a red lionfish. All right. And no cards here have an activation. We'll go here and we'll get another card. A white margin stargazer. And we're here on the white suckerfish, which If activated, it has that consume action. So here, as a benefit, the fish consumes a shorter fish from your hand. Tuck it under. Oh, a shorter fish from our hand. Do you even have one? No, we don't. I thought that it could be any fish. So we were mistaken, and that is a poop. So, because we only have a 30 centimeter fish, obviously that is equal to this fish, not smaller. Anyways, giant devil ray. That would not be smaller either. So we are down at the bottom, and we are taking a card from our discard pile. You know what? Let's take this great white shark because it will be worth 10 points. I think now I'm going to try to go for really big fish. Yeah, so that's our first action. Oh, I forgot to take their discard and shuffle it. That's okay. Sometimes we forget things. One card goes there, one card goes here. And let's do, so they don't take a worker back. They do get a card. So they take a card from the deck, a big eye smooth head. I feel like I'm smooth brained. Anyways. When played, so nothing happens for us. And it is our turn. All right, so I think we want to play things. How many things? So this needs fish in order to play. This needs a card, a thing, and a fish. I want to play something over here before it's too late. So, oh, I have no more eggs, so I can't even do that. Okay. Let's dive again. So let's get an egg. Let's put it over here, and then we'll go down. If activated, we can move fish. We don't need to. Here, we get an egg. Let's go over here. Here, we get another egg. But because it says all players, the Natoma will also get an egg. And then here, we have a fish. We'll get an egg. All the eggs ever in the world. We'll get another egg. Just putting it all in one row because if we get a movement action and they hatch, it'll be better for us, like this movement action where we can't do anything. And we get another egg. So let's put this little baby over here. And that is our action. They get a worker. And they get a set of 3. Whoops, that flippity flipped. They get a school of fishies. They get all 3 of these eggs flipped into baby fish. Crazy. And they get 2 eggs. Sorry if you heard that too loud. And that is their turn. So now it is our turn. What is important? I want these 2 to come out before the end of the game, because that's 17 points. Do I have the ability to do this? Yeah, okay, we're going to dive. Do I have enough hatchings? We'll see. We have 3 hatchings. I need 1, 2, 3 fishies. Okay. Oh, and then I can't turn them into schools. But 17 points versus 6. Yeah, we're okay. All right, so we will hatch one. Let's hatch over here so I don't accidentally turn it into something. If activated, all players can move fish. No, because I'll need the exact 3, so I'm not going to move them. But they will get an egg because of that. So that's whatever it is. A hatch. Let's hatch. Here we get another hatch. If activated, can move things. I'm not going to bother. Nobody's home. And doesn't matter. That wasn't great, but we're doing it for a future goodness turn. All right, they take a worker back. They turn, oh my God, their piles of fish are overflowing. So they turn 3 fishies into a school of fish. And then they turn all of these into baby fish. And they get 2 eggs back. All right. What shall we do? Which one should I play first? This one needs to eat something. So I have to sacrifice points. These are worth 1 point anyways. They're worth 1 point total. So we'll eat one of those. Should we do that now? Yeah, because this isn't a predator. Would I be playing this? We'll leave this till the end just in case, because it allows us to play eggs on all of the thingies. So let's do this one. We will sacrifice this card. Sorry, white margin stargazer. We will sacrifice a egg, so you will go away, and we will sacrifice a fishy. And you can go anywhere I want you to. So let's go over here. When played, we get 2 fishies back. Oh, I forgot. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna go here and we're gonna make a school. So never mind, that is very good for me. Thank you, Giant Devil Ray. And we didn't use a worker to play the dang card. I'm pretty sure we are in the right place. Yeah, that was our 4th turn. So we will play the next card. They get to add a worker to the week and they get to take a card. So it's just a when played grid eye fish. You look like a really skinny thing. Wiggly, I would not like you. It is our turn. When played, play a fish to the sun area, but it won't matter. This, I need 2 cards, so that's not going to work either. Okay, we're just going to make sure to play this great white shark. Let's put it over this glasshead grenadier. Ah! Yeah, never mind. Got you. So, 8 a fish. 2 fishies. Go away. And now we get a when played by all players. So, unfortunately, this does give the Nautoma 4 eggs because it is an all players ability that happens just once. So it is a pretty big sacrifice, but it does get us 10 points at the end of the game. So I'm okay with it. Whatever. We did it. Okay, so we get to put an egg on every predator card, which, okay, never mind. I'm better with that. Do we have enough predators? We have a predator here. This one already has one. Are you a predator? No, you're not. Are you a predator? Nope. You are. You get an egg. Predator, predator. And you get an egg. Okay, that's better. That's like 13 points or something versus whatever else we had to deal with. So there's the worker to have played the great white shark. And then the Nautoma will go. They will take their worker back. They will trade 3 in for a school of fish. And up to 4 of these will become baby fish. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then they will get 2 more eggs. All right. So my light turned off. But hopefully it's still okay to see the board. All right, I've tried to, no, let's try over here. So my face won't be as well lit, but it's pretty regardless. And I took another light so that we can finish this game and hopefully it's not too shiny or bright for you guys. So, where was I? They have 1 card left. I have 1 card left. 1 person left. So, yeah, I finished their turn, so it is my turn. What is the last thing I can do that will give me lots of points? I think it's just going down this row. Yep, okay. So oh wait, what is the game end? Game end, I get to put a fish on each, an egg on each of these. So yeah, we'll go down here and we'll try to put eggs everywhere else. So, okay, we get to put an egg on a fish over here. We'll go here. We can move things. We have nothing to move. We get an egg over here. All right, we go here. If activated, we get an egg, but then you get an egg. Here, we get another egg. Oh, okay. We get another egg, and this one I think we'll put over here. And then we go down, nothing to move. So we go down here and we don't get the bonus because we've gone down here before. And that was our last action. So they get their last action. They get another worker up here. And they get to draw one more card. And all players, yeah! So we get to take this. When played, all players put an egg on your large fishies. I already have an egg on each of my fishies, so never mind, that's not as exciting. But that is the end of the round. So let's see, does anything happen for them if they go over here? I don't think so. I think they just, yeah, I don't think anything happens for them. They just get their points. So for us though, let's look at game end. I think we only have the one. So we get to put an egg on each of the fishies in the purple area. So one. This is actually maybe one of the better games that I've played, if I've played correctly. I am not sure if I have. All right. Activate any game end abilities on fish in your ocean in any order, then go to scoring. So now we're going to do scoring. So points on visible fish. Game end points, we both don't get anything for that. Points printed on visible fish. So we'll flip this card over and it'll tell us the scoring for the Natama. So each of their cards in this area get 4 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that is 44 points. That is a lot. Let's see how we do. And let's see if I can do math. So 9, 19, 19, 27, 30. This is 31, 34, 34, and 41, 48, 48, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 59. That's not bad. Hopefully that is correct. If it is not correct, I will make sure to make a note of that in the video. So eggs, we get a point for each egg. So for us, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 eggs. For them, they get 1 point for every 2 eggs. So 1, 2, so 2 points. That seems weird. 2 for every 2 eggs? Yeah, okay. We get 1 point for each young. We have 0. They get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For schools of fish, we get 6. So we have 2 of them, so we get 12. For their schools of fish, this is where it's crazy. Okay, so they get 6 full points, and they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 6 is 42, is it? Wait, 8 times 5 is 35. Wait. Oh my God. No. 8, okay. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 times 2 is 48. It's 48 points. This is how I do math, and it is probably, hopefully correct. And then consumed fish. So for every fish that is underneath another fish, I think I only have one that I did that with. Yep, so that is 1 point for us. And they get points gained from scoring weekly achievements, except for difficulty 1. Oh yeah, we've been doing that throughout. And Rabble mode. So Rabble mode is this extra deck. I haven't played it yet, but it gives you another thing to have to look out for the Automa. But we didn't play with that one. So let's quickly total this up. They get 0 for that. And see who is the winner. Wow, we did it. Oh. Why was that? That sounded like one of the dying fish. But anyways, that was a full solo playthrough of Finspan. I don't know if that was very long. It was long for me because I've done this twice because I didn't have the microphone on for the first time. So again, I want to say thank you to Stonemaier Games for sending me a review copy so that I could play this full playthrough with you. If you're interested in how I would rate the solo mode specifically compared to the other Spanverse games, let me know in the comments and maybe I can get to that. I find this Automa to be probably the easiest one, but that's also since Finspan is considered to be the easiest entry point to the Spanverse. But I will say that I think for some reason, because the release date was Wingspan and then Wormspan and then Finspan, that Wormspan is considered more of the more difficult, even though it's not. I still don't think of it as difficult, but there's more components and more things going on that it's seen as like a more difficult span game. And then to have Finspan come out after, I kind of had like a brain fart while I was playing, thinking of how like things were easier than they actually were. And yeah, I don't know. In general, I just have a hard time with easier things because I'm like, why is this not harder? Anyways, that's what she said. But thank you for being here on the channel. I shall finally leave this basement where I am very cold. If you would like to see other playthroughs, or I'll be going through some of my favorite solo fan-made modes. My favorite solo fan-made modes, possibly. I will also be trying to do a Off With Their Heads playthrough with a solo mode that is basically the same as the game, but just to share it with all of y'all. If there's any other videos that you'd like to see from me or games you'd like me to tap into, leave a comment in the comments. And if you watch this whole video, put fish in the comments because that is what entertains me the most. And this is really long, so I doubt anyone's gotten here. Maybe my mom, but now I'm talking really fast like a Gilmore Girls episode. So have a good one and goodbye.